Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga. In our last episode, we began Chapter 5 and we were able to conduct one of the arena battles, and that took up a good chunk of time, so I cut it off and called that sort of Part 1. We're going to jump into Chapter 5 once again and proceed with the actual campaign battle now that we've successfully conducted the arena battle. So let's jump right back in. Okay, so just to remind everybody, in the last episode we did do, I believe it was a bronze arena, and we obtained some experience and some income from that as well. So let's just quickly go back and take a look and see if there was any upgrades or anything that we needed to do before we proceed forward into the campaign battle that we have coming up next. So let's take a look here and just make sure. So we can do squad operations. Just going to take a peek here. Let's see, so our status. Now, one thing to note, Craig is still unable to proceed to the next class. Presumably that's going to be some kind of story upgrade. You can see that his CP is maxed out, but he is currently unable to progress to a new class, and that makes sense because I'm assuming as a special character, it's going to require some type of story progression or something of that nature. It doesn't look like we have any other characters that it's going to be worth trying to change a class at this point. You can see here that Brahm, our spearman, the CP is not high enough, and that goes for all of our characters in this unit for Craig's stack. We can take a look at Stefan's group. Yeah, nothing really here either. I don't think we can really do much at this point. Everybody is still not ready to level up. I'm just going to double check Diana's as well, just to make sure. Yeah, unfortunately our medic is very close to leveling up, but not quite able to, sadly. And we can just double check Hela as well, since we're here. We want unit status. I'm just checking. Oh, yeah, and this one's really sad. You can see that Freya here is 4 CP away from being able to evolve, so a little bit unfortunate we aren't able to level her up at this point, but let's just double check Hela. So capacity, we've only got 5. I was going to say it'd be great to get another unit into that squad if possible, but yeah, and everybody else still waiting on maxing out those CP ratings. Gunther here, we can take a quick peek. Yeah, Gunther's stack, yeah, nothing there, and very close to capacity. So the only other thing I wanted to do, I guess there's a couple things, but we don't have any research points to allocate at this stage. I believe we've already done the relationship, or excuse me, the conversations. Yep, that's done. I think we did that in the last episode, if I remember correctly. And then, as I mentioned, for our tech tree, you can see we don't have any scrolls remaining, so we've made all our research choices. I do just quickly want to go to, if I can remember how to get there, the marketplace. There it is. We will take a quick look here. Just see if there's anybody that, maybe would be worth recruiting at this stage. Obviously, the mercenaries here, just to remind everybody, when a unit's a mercenary, that means the unit is solely motivated by a payday, +2 capacity cost, unless the leader. So if you're going to recruit this unit, you'd probably want to make them the leader of the stack, although not necessarily. I think we're okay otherwise. Let's just take a quick peek, though, at the trader here. Ooh, okay, we do have some items here. We've got Archer Captain as a trait. Beacon, when an ally is healed, this unit is also healed for 25% of the effect. Now, this could be extremely useful if put on sort of the tanky unit that's up front. That might actually be kind of helpful. But, yeah, there's an affinity change, gorilla armor, nothing really jumping out at me. And then you can exchange resources for other types of resources as well, which I think I'm pretty happy with right now. So I'm just going to double check and make sure everybody has an equipped artifact at this point. The only one that doesn't, Marion's squad doesn't, and Gunther's squad doesn't. So let's see if we have any other artifacts that we could perhaps give. We do, actually, so this is good. Maybe we should quickly take a look here. Squad takes no damage from hazard tiles, -25% fire damage taken. That's the Firewalker boots. Kesh's Daikatana. Looks like the max hit points is decreased, but strength goes up, and there's an additional evasion bonus. I think we'll just give the Firewalker boots because I don't really want to decrease the max health. So that's pretty good. So there at least we have something. It's maybe not optimal for Marion's squad, but I think that'll do. And then why don't we deploy? I think we're in good shape here. We've kind of we've done everything else we really needed to. I can't think of much else we have to do. So why don't we deploy and see how the Chapter 5 kind of wraps up here. Chapter 5, Divine Hammer of the Donari. Tide Reavers, the Mark is hiding out at Granheim Abbey, and there's a mountain of gold waiting to reward his bounty. I don't care if you burn the place to ashes. I want Craig's pretty little blue head. Okay, so we are at Granheim Abbey, our home base. We also have Granheim Temple here. Now, it looks like we've got a mine. We've got Lycia, a town over here. There's quite a few enemy units, as you can see. And then there's the enemy base here of Fort Naxos. We've got some treasure chests. We've got what looks like a little fort there that's providing some vantage point for the archers. All right, so let's just double check and make sure we can't pan over any further down. All right, so that's kind of the battlefield, at least. It's a fairly small map, but we're going to be doing a lot of fighting, as you can see. So one thing, though, we want to check. Let's see if we can see the mission. And here we go. So mission info. Our victory condition is to seize Fort Naxos. Our defeat condition is Craig is defeated in battle or the enemy captures Granheim Abbey. The challenge missions. Find and rescue the Dragon Child. Interesting. So I don't know exactly what that is at this point, but target turns, so 13 turns. We have to capture 3 different objectives and neutralize 5 enemy units. And you can see the units we need to neutralize with the little stars on them there. But obviously, we're going to try and get probably as many kills as we can just to try to maximize our experience gain, really. So enough yammering from me. Let's deploy some units here. It looks like we have 4 more that we can apply. So we're going to want probably everybody, all hands on deck here. So let's get Stefan out into the mix. We're going to have to be careful with him. Obviously, his stack can't tank, the damage in quite the same way that, like, for example, Craig's stack or Diana's group can. So we'll get Diana out. She, again, very, very powerful. Hela can come out to help Marion as well. And then I think we're going to leave Gunther in reserve. Right. Actually, looking at this, I mean, we won't really have a ranged unit to assist us, but quite frankly, I think I would rather just have more kind of fighting muscle, if that makes sense. Kind of more melee units. So let's bring Hela. I think that's going to do it. So we will begin the mission here. Just want to see. So organize. Yeah, we could take a quick peek here and just see. Again, I think we pretty much looked at everything and there wasn't anything else we could do, but just a good reminder that we could go in and double check if there was anything we wanted to. So like, for example, we have 5 capacity, but you can see here that the capacity for adding another medic to this stack would be 10 for that unit. So we really can't do anything else. So we're gonna leave it there and we're gonna begin the mission. There we go. All right. Now let's take a look here. So first things first, we have the Granheim Temple. It's already in our control, so we don't have to worry too much about it. The good thing is we do have some natural choke points here, being these bridges. So I'm assuming they're going to move towards us to try to attack, but I don't know that for certain. Now Craig's group thankfully does have the pikeman units, and so that would be very, very good against the mounted cavalry. So we're going to send Craig up. We're also going to want Diana's group up front. Again, very strong. So we'll move them there. Abigail's group is also decently powerful here. You can see that we do have the 2...
I must not fail.
Let's just take a look here at the status. So we've got a... she's got 2 acolytes up front, and then she's also got a sword fighter in the back. So this is a unit I don't have a lot of experience with yet, but that's very cool. So So let's just quickly jump back to, there we go, to Abigail. So she is unassuming. Let's see what that is. Unit is less likely to be targeted by enemies in battle. That's good because she's a healer. And then she also has dragon affinity, which means dragons in squad gain class XP faster. And obviously she's one of the special characters, so you can see she's a different color as well. But enough of my yammering about that. Let's move probably... I mean, Abigail's pretty strong. Hela's not as strong. We were still kind of working on her stack. Marion's, though, is pretty decently powerful. So why don't we move Marion up and just kind of have her sit there. Abigail can move up as well. And then what we'll do is we'll keep Hela in reserve kind of back here to provide some healing support. And then Stefan can move up. Now, just real quick, Stefan does have a couple of bowmen in the back.
Did you need something?
So we might be able to use Stefan to assist in that regard. So we'll keep him there. All right, so we will end the turn there and see what happens next. Now, I'm assuming they're going to attack me, but I don't know that for certain. There it is. Now, unfortunately, yeah, I should have probably left Craig up front so that he would tank the damage from the mounted units there. Thankfully, we put out some pretty good damage. We didn't take too much punishment in return. Okay, so they are moving up. That's actually good for us because they're sort of plugging up the way in, so we should be able to dish out some good punishment now. So we'll move Craig over here. Now, are these... Let's just double-check this stack. So, yeah, these are mounted bowmen, whereas these are all... And this is another mounted bowman here. So we'll just have to keep in mind that we're going to probably suffer some counterattacks that may not be the most fun to have to deal with. Counter ranged attacks, that is. So let's try a normal attack here on William's group. And we should do amazing damage to them here with our... Yep, there it is. Excellent. Some good healing. Perfect. Got the kill. Some nice level ups there as well. Fantastic. Alright, so that's one unit dealt with, and Craig is still in excellent condition in terms of health. So why don't we... Again, Stefan we're probably going to use, I believe, we can use Stefan to open these chests. So we're going to want to keep him around for that. Now, here might be a good opportunity. This unit doesn't have any ranged units, so we could move Stefan up here. And we could attack and blast them for some range damage just to soften them up a little bit. But might be better to wait and use him in a different spot just because... Well, I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, there's not going to be a good position to put him in, other than here, and then he'd be actually in the fight getting attacked directly. So I think what we'll do is we'll put our stack there, and then we'll do some ranged attacks just to soften them up, so Stefan can blast them. His two bowmen in the back here can soften them up a little more. Nice. Good damage. Not a ton, but a little bit more experience for Stefan's group. And hey, softening them up a little bit more for the rest of our group here to do some work. So now, why don't we attack with Marion? They're very softened up for us, so hopefully we can get some kills. Yep, there it is. Excellent, okay. Oh, fantastic. Now there's just the two left. Nice, a level up for our dragon. Very nice. Okay, so now we should be able to move either Abigail, Hela, or Diana into this opening here and blast Timothy's stack. Now, I've mentioned that Hela's group isn't particularly powerful. Abigail's is pretty strong, but Diana's is extremely powerful. And you can see that from the sort of power rating there in that red star under the unit description there. So you can see that Abigail's is kind of mid with 3,700, whereas Diana's up to 5,100. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll put Diana right here, and then we can do an attack on Timothy's group. We should be in very good shape to put the hurt on him here. Oh, yeah, Diana's just an absolute beast. And her two acolytes are pretty strong as well, so... Unfortunately, not quite the kill, but Oh, very good. Okay, so we maxed out our class mastery, which means that assuming all the units are able to survive the battle, we should be able to change the classes of some of them, which will be very good for us.
I can do this.
Now, this is where having more of our bowman units might have been helpful. Unfortunately, we don't have our bowman able to assist. So
I must not fail.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Abigail right here, and then I'm going to move Hella over. I'm going to heal Marion. I'm going to drop a heal on the heavy infantry that's up front. And then I think that's going to do it for our turn. So we'll end it there. So pretty good so far. We've weathered the storm of that initial cavalry assault. But now here comes some additional damage. I.e. some crossbowmen in the back. Okay, we tanked that damage exceptionally well and healed from it. So no real worries there. Okay, now here things could get nasty. Some more bow damage coming our way. Once again, healing, no problem. Abigail doing a great job. Okay, excellent. And there, we killed off the cavalry, and we got some an item from them. That's great, too. Now, this should be a kill as well for us, I hope. Very nice. Perfect. So, 2 more squads eliminated. Ooh, here comes some more. Now, this is going to be some range damage. This is going to hurt a lot. Ouch. Oh, that healing just saved our priestess there. She took a lot of damage. Okay, now we are in a good spot here to retaliate against the light cavalry. The horse bowmen, I should say. Now, we could use Craig, perhaps, to step down and attack Salem's group. We could also...
Where am I needed?
Ooh, you know what? Diana can get all the way in here and capture the mine. Or go after Dylan's group here. Let's see. Who else? Marion can't really... Yeah, we have to get rid of this stack first. So, why don't we use Marion and Hella together to perhaps get rid of this stack? So let's go for that attack here. We should do pretty solid damage. They can't really deal with too much melee damage. We're going to take some punishment, though. Ouch. Yikes, that hurt. It didn't go quite as well as I was hoping for it to go. Now, Hella's group can also perhaps follow that up with some damage. They are fearful. I wonder what our odds of getting them to surrender would be. Chance is low, so we're not going to try that, even though it's certainly possible. We'll do normal attack, and we will try it again here. All right, well, that battle went pretty well, although obviously there's a couple of horsemen still standing. But the main thing is that's going to free us up to now move our other units out. So we have Anthony standing here. We have Salem's group, and they're pretty strong. So I think we're going to want Craig's group to probably fight this army here. Alternatively, Diana could...
A paladin never surrenders.
As I said, we could step out, go after Dylan, and then we could rotate Craig over to kill Anthony's stack. Meanwhile, we fight Salem's group with a combination of Stefan and Abigail. I do have to be a little bit cautious because I don't want to spread myself out too thin.
Donari be with us.
But I quite like this idea of sending Diana out here, so let's do that. This is going to be nasty. Ooh, a good dodge there, though. They mitigated some of that damage. We won't get the full kill here, but at least we eliminated the most dangerous units. Okay, so that's a good development. Now, we have Abigail and we have Stefan. This cavalry is still there, but I'm not really concerned about it. So why don't we move Craig over... You know what? Why don't we fight Salem with Craig? Because that's a stronger group, at least in their sort of battle rating. Yeah, Anthony Snack, I'm less worried about. So we'll put Craig right here. And we will do some heavy damage, hopefully, to this group. Excellent, okay. Now we can strike the leader, hopefully, next turn here. Let's see. Perfect, there's the leader dead. Just a pair of crossbowmen left. Good level ups there. Fantastic. Okay, and now we have Abigail.
I must be brave.
And I think Abigail can move up and probably go after Anthony here, so why don't we do that? And then what I'm thinking is we can use our last remaining stack there to attack the horsemen. Because this group doesn't really need a ton of support. I was thinking that if Abigail needed some backup, we could certainly have Stefan's group move over and support them, but they handled that battle without any trouble, as you can see. So I'm thinking we move Stefan over here, and then we can finish off Rolf's group here, so let's do that. This shouldn't be too much trouble. Perfect. Excellent. Nice kill there, and we really didn't take any damage. So that went quite well for us. Some gold reward, that's always good to have. So now our turn is done. It's going to be interesting to see what the counterattack looks like. I'm assuming more of these units are going to swoop in. Diana might get surrounded a little bit here. Ooh, this might hurt. Ouch. God, that healing is so important, though. You can see that our priestess was really in rough shape, but was able to heal that damage. Yeah, no worries there. We're able to heal up from that damage. The big thing you have to watch out for is those, and I forget the class, but those rogue-type units, the, like, kind of thieves, they can sneak in and attack behind, so they hit your back line rather than your front line, which can really cause you some problems, because typically your healers are at the back of your group, and so they're quite vulnerable, and they don't have nearly the defense that your upfront fighters do. So here, Diana's getting smacked a little bit, but with the healing, she's in no real danger. We have units to move in and assist her as well, of course. So now, why don't we take... So Marion's in a little bit rough shape, so why don't we send Marion to the mine? We can grab the mine. We will seize that. Excellent. There's an objective. We got a few sunstones. Ella's group also not feeling amazing at the moment. Let's see. Abigail's group is pretty decent shape. I think with Craig we might...
Ready.
Unfortunately, we can't really get into where the fighting is the worst. But with Craig's group, we can certainly jump over here.
For my homeland.
And we can probably force a surrender. Yeah, the chance is high, so let's make that happen. Perfect. Nice, and we got the class mastery up for our medic. Should be able to turn that into another priestess.
Oh, sorry.
Now, Stefan can move out to provide some support to Diana, but Diana's going to probably be doing a lot of this fighting kind of on her own.
My friends are counting on me.
Oh, I guess Abigail can join in as well, so no problem there. We just have to remember that Anthony's group is here as well. So why don't we send Diana in
before
first?
The righteous.
Yeah, Diana can go for Athel here, who's definitely a threat. And if we take a look, the rogue has that stealth attack, which means attack rear row without penalty on the first round of combat. So that's the scary part. We want to use Diana to make sure we kill as many of those units as possible so they don't kill off our medics.
Where am I needed?
So let's see if we can make that happen here. Let's see. She'll hit hard, I hope, on that first round of attack. Hopefully that's enough. Yes, okay, 2 of them dead. That's good. Hopefully can survive. Yeah, no problem. Excellent. That went quite well. We've just got the crossbowmen at the back that are still threatening, but not too much to worry about. Now, Anthony's group here, I think Stefan can probably force their surrender.
I must
And
not
Abigail,
fail.
we're going to move out and probably just finish off Athel's group. I don't really see any reason to let them live. And the chance is max, so we'll just force the surrender. Perfect. Okay, now with Hela, we can go over here and grab the city, or the town, and then with Stefan, we can probably kill off Anthony. So why don't we do that? Hela can head over here. The only danger is that Emmerich could perhaps move up and attack Hela, and you can see that Hela's really not in great condition at the moment. So maybe we should use Hela to try and go for Anthony, and then use Stefan over here. The only problem, of course, is that Stefan can't make it all the way to Emmerich. We could, I guess, attack with bows, but that's going to just sort of be a tit for tat because Emmerich has bowmen as well. Well, all right.
Oh, sorry.
We'll use Stefan
Did you
like
need
this.
something?
We will go for the kill here. Let's just check the forced surrender. I think because the leader is still alive, yeah, it's not going to be very likely. So we'll just do a normal attack here instead, and this should be pretty devastating. Yep. Perfect. There's the kill. No real damage taken. Very, very nice. Some gold. Now, Hela, we can, like I said, we can go over and grab that. My concern is just that the, we've got this Freya, the militia here, that could be in a dangerous spot just because of that low health. And the healing is obviously going to take up our turn as well, so maybe we should just leave. Yeah, and this unit can still move quite freely, so not locked down at all. Because I almost guarantee it. If I move her over, this Emmerich is going to attack Hela. So, as much as it pains me, I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this group this direction and just do a self-heal here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, hopefully that decision doesn't bite me in the butt. I guess we'll see. Okay, so going after... Oh, that hurt. Oh, thankfully that's self-heal, but we are tanking some massive damage there. Yikes. That was pretty scary. Good thing we didn't send our other stack over. That would have been disastrous. I think we would have lost if we had sent Hela's group over. So, Marion in very rough shape, but thankfully survived. Nobody died. That's the good news. So, between Abigail and Diana, we should be able to deal with this. Now, I think we'll probably use Diana to go for Emmerich here, and then we can send Abigail over to grab the town. So let's do that.
I must be brave.
So we'll seize this. Perfect. Objective captured. Got some faction experience.
Never surrenders.
Here we go. All right, let's try our normal attack and just blast Emmerich for some heavy damage here. Hopefully the kill. Ooh, not quite, but close. Okay, excellent. There's the kill. Very, very good. And now Marion can do a self-heal. We're still going to want to keep Marion out of danger just because... Just looking at what their movement range is here. It's not really going to be much. So we will move Marion up. Probably into the city here. Just want to take a quick peek. Remember, our objective, if we go back and take a look at the mission info... Find and rescue the dragon child. So I still have no idea where that is. I'm guessing maybe in these chests or something like that, but I don't know. I was hoping maybe we'd find it in the town. So I'm not sure if we have to explore other tiles or if there's something else I'm missing. But why don't we just proceed up this way like here, and then we can drop a nice self-heal onto... Well, we'll heal one and then we'll heal the other the next turn. So... Let's heal our dragon. Okay. Now, for this group down here, we should be able to move down and attack. Alright, let's do some heavy damage if possible here. Should be a good fight. Ouch. You can see our heavy infantry in the center there taking a pretty good amount of punishment. But we did solid damage. Nice loyalty up there as well. Now, we may need some healing support for Craig's group, and unfortunately, I don't think we can get in range to do that. No, we can't. That's unfortunate. But Stefan's group could move up and try to help out with some range damage. I just don't know if that's a great idea, given that this unit is standing on that tile underneath, which is providing some cover. So they'll have a much greater advantage in the ranged combat. Alright, well, Hela's group will just move up then. And we will wait there. Stefan will move up as well. Oh, see, I don't know. This feels like a bad idea to me. On the off chance, though, that we maybe get the kill on the enemy leader, that would be probably worth it. You know what? I'm not going to do it. We'll move Stefan
real thirsty
here. And we'll wait. Actually...
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Yeah, that'll do. I was going to say, I was thinking maybe I should shuffle with Hela so that I'm a little closer to those chests, but I think that's fine. So we'll end it there. And remember, we have 13 turns to try to get this done. I think we're now on turn 6. Oh, shoot, I forgot about that range. Ouch. Yeah, I forgot that this stack has that extra range due to being in, like, a elevated position in that fort. Oh, and now we're going to take some more bow. Ugh. Ouch. Our medic at the back kind of got wailed on a little bit. Okay. Thankfully, no major damage. All right, part of the reason I think that this group survived the attack so well from Craig is that I believe they have higher defense being on this little castle tile that you can see underneath. All right, so up here, Marion is... I think we still have a heal left. Yeah, we do. So we can do a self-heal. That's good.
Donar be with us.
Diana, we're just going to advance here. Sure, we can do a self-heal. I think we'll actually use it on the medic just so that we're not in any risk. Or in substantially less risk, I guess you would say.
My friends are counting on me.
Abigail, we can move up as well. Drop a self-heal. And I think we'll heal up the upfront unit that's a little bit worse for wear. Marion, we can do the same here, so why don't we advance and then drop a heal on our heavy infantry. It's in the front line there. All right, so Craig can do another attack on Joffredus.
The battle lies before me.
And this should be a kill here, I think. We should eliminate the squad, hopefully. Oh, not quite. Oh, yes, there we go. Perfect. Thought one of those crossbowmen was going to survive. We did get a trait there unscathed. Oh, my stars. Look, a baby dragon. What a sweet thing. Sweet thing? Yes, it's scared, too. What are you doing here, dear dragon? Tide Reavers were probably looking to sell it. The grown-ups go for a king's ransom, you know. No surprise, considering the devastation they can bring. Sister Diana, please allow me to care for this dragon. Of course, Sister Abigail. This dragon is a lucky one to have you. Oh, my stars. That's quite a love bite. A little softer next time? Maybe I shall call you Nibbler. Okay, well, I think that must be the dragon that they were talking about. Let me double check the mission info. There it is. Okay. So, find and rescue the dragon child. So, presumably, that's going to be a unit that we will have available to us to add to squads, similar to our Drakeling here. I'm guessing it's going to be another Drakeling, but we shall see. All right. That would be my guess, anyway. But either way, we've now achieved the objective that we were setting out to do. Now, I am tempted to send Stefan in onto this tile to fight the cavalry here. The only danger, of course, is that if we do that, we're then going to suffer attacks from the rest of these horsemen, and they could really inflict some heavy damage. So I'm going to actually send Stefan over this way instead. We'll go right here. And what we'll do is we'll put Hela in behind, and then we can drop a big heal on... Probably... Let's do it on our unit that will benefit the most from it in terms of having the most health to actually heal. I think that's here. So we'll do that. There we go. Okay. So that's our turn. So end it there. So that's great. We achieved our objective. That's what we really needed to get done. Now it's just going to be playing defense. Or I should say, playing defense against their counterattack here, and then moving in to try to get the finish on the enemy stronghold. Nice. Good damage there. Killed off the leader. That went quite well. Okay, suffering another ranged attack here. Hopefully... Oh, that really hurt that medic in the back. But thankfully we handled it, and we healed that damage. Okay, not too bad, all things considered. So now... Oh, see, and, you know, it's a shame. It would be great if Craig could... hang on. Could we shuffle? I can't truthfully remember if shuffling uses your turn, like all your movement. I think it does. Otherwise, I was going to say I could use Hela to shuffle, and then get the kill on Mercer with Hela, and then I could use Craig to attack the bowman in behind, but... Alright, Marion can get down there, so can Stefan. So this group's got... Let's just double-check them. They've got a couple of rogues. We definitely have to be careful. Marion's stack is in good shape, but not amazing. Oh, and look, okay, Abigail actually has the... So I thought it maybe got added to the reserves, but here it is. It's a Drakeling that's just been added to her stack. Very cool, and it's Nibbler, so it acquired the name. And you know what? That explains why she has that dragon affinity. That makes a lot of sense. So dragons in her squad will gain their class XP faster, so that's fantastic. But yeah, very, very cool. That adds it to her squad, makes her stronger as well. So
I must not fail.
now, unfortunately, Abigail can't quite make it down to assist with this fight. So it's either going to be Stefan or Marion.
Repent.
Diana can't get down there either.
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
I mean, Stefan's group is very, very powerful. I'm just a little worried about those bowmen in the back. Let me ponder that one for a minute. Now, over here, like I said, I think if I were to swap their position, that would use up my movement. So I think what I will do instead, or use up my turn, they would be unable to do anything else. So I think what I'll do is I will force the surrender here of this group. Yeah, very high chance. Perfect. Okay, fantastic. And then now, Hela's group is probably not strong enough to go here. I really just don't think they are.
Bet you didn't see
Now,
this
here
one
I
coming.
could move Stefan over to this side and fight over here. But, as I said, I want Stefan to open these chests. So I'm going to keep Stefan over on that side of things.
I must be brave.
Yeah, and I don't want to put Hela here because I just think that's a bad spot for her. That said, she is going to have the higher defense from being on this spot. So maybe that won't be the worst thing ever. Now, it's either Marion or Stefan.
I love this part.
All right, I think we can go Stefan and 1v1 this other group. It's going to be kind of rogues versus rogues, I guess. Oh, I hope I don't regret this choice. You know, I suppose, actually, before I do that, another option would be to use Marion up front and then assist with some ranged attack from Stefan, but I just don't think Marion's group is quite strong enough,
Real
so
thirsty here.
hemming and hawing, I'm going to go with this and hope that it doesn't bite me in the butt. Okay, thank goodness we were able to dodge that. Now, obviously, we took quite a bit of damage there, but we have... And the bowmen have class mastery maxed out. That's great. We also plundered some gold from... I think Stefan has that ability, if I remember right.
Did you need something?
Treasure Hunter. Increased chance of finding an item when destroying or forcing the surrender of enemy squads. But he's also got Thievery. On combats initiated by my squad, steal a small amount of gold from the primary target based on skill. So that explains why we're getting gold, even though we didn't vanquish the squad. Now here, because we don't have any other ranged attacks, we can't kill this unit off this turn, which is a little bit of a shame. We do have one more heal left with Marion, so why don't we send Marion down just to heal Stefan? We can heal the most damaged unit there. That's very good. And
My
then
friends are
Abigail
counting on me.
can move on down to assist with what's going on down here. And Diana will probably do the same as well, so we'll put Diana there. Now, Diana could drop a heal. Why not? Sure. There we go. Now we're at full health.
I can do this.
And, yeah, Abigail unfortunately can't make it down there. You know what? I might regret this choice, but I'm almost thinking we move Hela right here. You know what? Waiting one more turn I don't think is going to make or break.
I must not fail.
So I'd rather be cautious here. So we'll wait. And Hela can also wait. Alright, that's going to do it. So we'll end our turn there. I didn't want to risk Hela's stack. I just don't think it's worth it. Yeah, so we're going to suffer some ranged attacks, but it's not the end of the world. And we have good chances to heal as well, so that is not too bad. Oh, barely any damage. Nice, fantastic. And we should get the kill on these ones, hopefully, as well. Not quite, but very, very close. Oh, and there's that free... Oh, almost. I was going to say that free action might have been enough, but not quite. Okay. Tank that damage extremely well. Now, we're going to finish off this group here. Again, I don't think we can shuffle and not have it use up our turn, but I truthfully can't remember if that uses up the movement or not. So I think maybe what we'll do... You know what? This is a good opportunity to try it, because Stefan should be able to get the kill with his bow either way. But you know what? Let's rather than test it, let's just get the kill and be sure we're getting the kill here. I guess I could have forced a surrender as well, but that's fine. And then I don't think Marion can open these chests. I believe that has to be Stefan. Let me see. Just wanted to see if he had some kind of ability saying he could open chests. Maybe she can, though. Let's find out. Now, up here, so Dennis is about to die. And again, we're in that situation where because we don't have any ranged units, we almost have to do this with Craig, I think.
From my homeland.
So let's attack. We'll force the surrender. There it is. Perfect. Now we can move Abigail up and let these ones have it. I'm excited to see her new dragon in action. Excellent. Bit of damage there, but very nice. Perfect, and that free action giving us the kill this turn, which is great because now Diana and Hela
A paladin never surrenders.
can get in there. And Hela can follow up as well. We'll put Hela maybe in behind just so that she's not going to get as directly attacked. And that should do it for our turn here. Okay, excellent. So now we have kind of the free reign to do what we need to do.
Oh, sorry.
So let's get Stefan over here. We can check the treasure. Ooh, a Medal of Valor. Nice. And then here... Okay, excellent. So we didn't have to use... Stefan to do it. That's good to know. I just figured because he's the rogue that might have been what he needed to do. That's good to know that any unit can open those chests. Alright, so we want to get Craig down into the fight here, that's for sure. We can drop a self-heal, sure, why not? And then Abigail
friends
can
are
move down as
counting on
well. Drop a self-heal on herself.
Donar be
And
with
then
us.
Diana.
Repent before the righteous.
Now we have to be very careful because Dirk is going to use a ranged attack on us, and then Norman is likely going to also attack. So maybe what we'll do is we'll park Diana on the mountaintop there. All right, and then Hela can kind of act as some additional assistance here. We'll go here. All right, and then let's see what happens next. So we've opened the treasure. So now all that's left to do is take the enemy fort and kill the enemy commander. So yeah, expecting to get hit with some bow attacks here, but basically no damage. And it gave us the chance to heal up Diana, so she's now full health. Okay, perfect. So now let's do this. So between Craig and Diana, we should be able to kill off these two smaller armies, and then we can go for the enemy commander. Excellent. Perfect. Just the bowman left. Oh, and some free actions. Nice. So that squad's dealt with. And now Abigail and Diana can probably...
I can do this.
Yeah,
Where
let's
am I
use
needed?
Diana here. Go like this. And now we can hit Norman's group pretty hard. Okay, great. So that's another kill. Now all that's left is the enemy base. And we've got a couple of turns to do this, so we don't have to rush it. We also don't want to take forever. So let's take a look at what we're actually dealing with here. Okay, so we've got a level 6 champion. Very powerful unit. And then we've got 2 rangers up front, and then some crossbowmen in the back. So they are going to be tough customers.
I must not fail.
I think maybe we'll put Abigail here. Or actually, we'll move
I must be
Abigail
brave.
in the side. Let's see, is there any healing to do for Craig's group? No, they're basically maxed out. So we'll wait, and Hela can reinforce as well. And then meanwhile, over here, there's nothing really for Marion or Stefan to do at this point.
Bet you didn't see this
We can
one
start
coming.
moving them just to try to get to where we can use them for help, but there's nothing they can really do. So we'll end it there, and then we will try to figure out this battle against the enemy commander. So again, we don't have any ranged units, so this is going to just be upfront fighting here. So let's make it happen. Here we go. I'm a little nervous. Okay. Ooh, ouch. Oh, wow. Okay, we lost our heavy infantry. That's a real shame. Oh, and we lost our spearmen, too. Yikes. You know what? I probably should have used Diana. Well, that's a real shame. So if we look at the units we just lost, very powerful level 8 units, and we're not getting them back. Unfortunately, due to our... Oh, I mean, they were both committed. That's such a shame. Now, the only way we could possibly bring those units back would be to go to the temple up here, I believe. But we're not going to have enough time to get back there to do it. Oh, that's such a shame. Yeah, well, we kind of learned our lesson there. Those champions, they hit very hard. I think we probably should have used Diana's group rather than going in the way we did.
A paladin never surrenders.
Well, let's heal up as best we can here. So we can drop a heal on our single remaining spearman. And we can take... Let's see, Hela. Hela doesn't have a heal left.
My friends are counting on me.
All right, well, we'll use Abigail. Can we heal that med? There we go. Let's heal that unit as well. Oh, that's so depressing. 2 of our strongest units just killed. All right, so we will keep moving these 2 as well, but it's going to be kind of futile. And of course, we have Permadeath on, so those units will not come back. If we end the battle with them dead, they are not coming back. We're taking some range damage. Thankfully, we healed. Alright, so... we can try that again. I'm hoping, but Craig isn't probably strong enough to do it now that we've lost those units. So I think we're going to have to use either Abigail or Diana to handle the battle. So we will move up, and I think we'll probably... well, let's throw a heal on for what it's worth. Okay, there we go. You know what? To play it safe, maybe we use Diana. She's an absolute beast, so if we take a look at her, she's level 10 Exemplar. Although the only thing with her is that she's not getting experience from that fight, really, but I think we do it anyway just to play it safe. Oof. Okay, this champion's gonna hit us like a truck here, though. Ouch. Oh, man, look at that. Diana down to about half health. So, that champion is no joke.
I can do this.
Oh, and we don't have any healing left, unfortunately, so Diana is going to be in a bad spot. You know what? Let's shuffle with Diana here, put Abigail. And yes, we do lose that movement, so that's good to confirm. And we're going to move out of range of that ranged attack there with Hela. Alright, so Stefan moving down to assist. Marion as well. Alright, now, we'll end it there. Let's see what happens next. Okay, Abigail's group coming under attack. Able to handle it pretty well, though. Excellent. Okay, good damage dealt. Nice, okay. Nice, and there's the kill. Great work from Abigail's stack. Apple of Agility. Right, and then since we have pretty much done what we needed to, let's move Craig in. Stay strong. We'll grab the fort. Okay, perfect. Chapter complete. So things went well in regards to our objectives, turns taken, the squads being neutralized. We finished with that S rank, but the really, really sad part there is that we lost two of our strongest upfront melee units there in Craig's stack. So that's really kind of unfortunate the way that ended up at the very end of this scenario. Things were going so well. But again, the final battle against the enemy leader is always very risky. So, God, I kind of reinforced the painfulness of that lesson, that's for sure. Still alive, huh? Hey, scumbag, I'm talking to you. Have it your way, traitor. You keep not talking and I'll keep pummeling you. You know, I'm just doing me job. If you starve to death down here, it don't matter much to me. Sleep tight, prisoner. What the? You can't come down here. Barbaric. How long have they let you languish in here? Do not worry, my boy. I know what they did to you. We won't let them get away with it. Who are you? Edmund Pendergast, financier. I hope you've heard the name. Yeah, you've got some money, they say. So what do I matter to a man like you? Just know that I am a friend, and frankly, you could use one right now. You'll know what you need to know in time. You two, get him out of those chains. Bit dramatic with that whole end of the world speech, don't you think? Craig is not familiar with the temple's ways. It may be just what he needed to hear. You're really serious about this stuff, aren't you? Just as the cult was deliberate in finding the Nephilim, so too must the Paladins be when countering their actions. Must be easy to think everything and anything happens for a reason. As though the fate of all reality is set in stone, so why bother setting out to change it? There are some things I would change, Stefan. The life of a warrior is difficult. The comforts of home call out to me. Little Alex? Yeah, bet the kid really misses you. Yes, but my son deserves a better world to inherit. If Xanatus is returning to our world, I must remain out here, fighting against fate, inevitable as though it may be. Yeah, I hear ya. He's a good kid. Wish I had something as precious as Alex is to you. My Alex worships you. You're practically his own father. No kiddin'? Can you play that tune he likes so much? I have grown very fond of it as well. Just gonna make you miss home even more. Well, there you have it. Chapter 5 concluded. Overall, went pretty well, but unfortunately, like I said, those final 2 turns there really did not go so well for me in terms of losing those powerful units that I had spent time developing in Craig's stack. So we'll have to try to shuffle our deck a little bit and see if we can rebalance his squad. Maybe we'll have to recruit some new units, but I don't want to break the bank, purchasing powerful mercenary units. So we'll have to kind of decide how we're gonna deal with that hole in the literal hole in his defenses now. But also some interesting story developments. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what comes next. Obviously, we finally got to see what happened to Zelos, so thankfully he's still alive. And now there's this mysterious financier. So lots of things going on. It'll be very, very cool to see what Chapter 6 brings. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.